of Africa, so that their creators emerging even from the rural areas. Because what innovators bring up can be used anywhere, in the urban areas and in the rural areas. So we welcome this panel on entrepreneurship and innovation with a focus on startups, because they address what is at stake for Africa. We can no longer rely on production of primary goods. They are losing value almost every year. And as a result of that, they are eroding Africa's share of global trade. So when you innovate, it brings something distinctive, something which cannot be imitated, although of course that is very, very difficult, but through intellectual property rights protection, people will not be able to imitate. And you bring something which you can sell, and the process of selling, you grow your company. So I invite you to really discuss all these issues and come up with a roadmap to move us into implementing all the issues that need to bring us to mobilize entrepreneurship and innovation across Africa. The reformed Department of Economic Development, Trade, Industry and Mining has subunits on entrepreneurship and innovation because of the importance to the prosperity of Africa. So whatever you discuss, we're going to study and make use of them. So I'll leave it at that. I'm running from room to room, opening ceremony meetings. Now I have to go into the next room for the Trade Observatory, and another meeting with the International Trade Center, and later a meeting with the youth startup apparatus. I would have loved to be with you, but it's not possible. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Can you hear me? There we go. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And we appreciate the work that you do, and we know you're very busy, so we're hoping, Your Excellency Muchanga, that when we meet again, we can actually talk about some of the outcomes of this Intra-African Trade Fair. We know that the problems for startups and for entrepreneurs are Sisyphean a lot of the time, but these challenges can be overcome, and policy is one way to alleviate that pressure. I'm honoured to announce our panellists today to take us through the conversation and to drive forward a lot of what His Excellency Muchanga had to share with us. Honourable Deputy Minister of Small Business Development, Sidumo Dlamini, welcome sir. If you could join us please on stage. A round of applause for the Honourable Deputy Minister. Dr. Patrick Olomo, Coordinator for Innovation Programme at the African Union. Yusuf Dyer, Trade Policy Director at AfriCSIM. You guys will need some coffee, I don't know. Can we order coffee for absolutely everyone in here? Mulaluam Asyong, CEO, Chairman, AE Trade Group. And Lasina Kone, CEO of Smart Africa Secretariat, who has become a very good friend in just one day, because I think before we start, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, that it took us a long time to try and get into this IATF, but we are all here, and it shows our commitment to coming and having these conversations and sharing it with all of you. So thank you very much. Take a seat, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Fantastic. Lucina, welcome. I'm glad to see you this morning. Take a seat. All right, gentlemen, we have a lot to get through, and also I'd just like to tell the audience that we are going to be coming to you for some questions and inputs, so please prepare your thoughts. Deputy Minister, I would like to start with you. And you know, one question that came up is just what the success and failure rate is of small businesses on the continent, and there have been numbers that have been thrown around, and they pretty much vary. But money is not enough. It comes down to skills. It comes down to education. It comes down to so many issues. Could you give me a sense of what is happening in South Africa right now in terms of success and failure rates? and whether you are, focusing on the challenge of firstly funding and things like skills.
Thank you very much, and good morning to my colleagues and the House at large. On the question that is being raised, indeed, even here in South Africa, we do have a serious challenge, particularly on youth employment. I'm starting with that point because it's above 63% of our youth in South Africa, learned and less learned, are not working. They don't have their own businesses to run, and as government we're trying to do the best we can, targeting the youth and women in particular, because also